Hey Taurus, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you find the beauty in all things, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and subscribes. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, even with those little teeny tiny things. Much, much appreciation. We have a lot of cards to get through this week, okay? I am going to do the piles for the sun, the rising, and the moon while I talk about the astrology for this particular week, and then we will start the reading as we have done forever and a year with the psychic tarot, with our sacred geometry. This week we're using again the psychic tarot and the in-between. So whilst I talk about the astrology, I'm just going to shuffle up, and we're going to use the Black Moon astrology. We're going to use this week the Earth Magic deck, and then we're also going to be using the Angel Prayer deck this week for your additional messages. Okay, so we have a lot of cards because there's lots of other oracles and things that are going to come out, but let me just start with this. Okay, so firstly, hi Taurus. Thursday and Friday is all you. The moon switches into Taurus. The beginning of the week all belongs to Aries, and then Saturday and Sunday belongs to Gemini. Okay, so if you have any of those signs in your chart, you may want to swing over and take a look at those readings if they are important to you. Okay, so again, I'm going to pull separately as I talk about for the Taurus sun, the Taurus rising, and the Taurus moon. I will read them at the end of the reading. Okay, so the best days out of the week. The best days out of the week are really going to be Friday. To be perfectly honest with you, Friday is like the best day out of the week. But you guys are aware that on Monday the 18th, we have Jupiter coming out of retrograde. We also have Mercury coming out and going direct. Okay, so both of those are going direct on Monday the 18th. Now, we talk about that because it's still important for you guys to know that there will be a shadow period, especially for Mercury, for at least another couple of weeks. It switches into the sign of Scorpio on the 22nd. That's when it really comes out of the first part of the shadow. Of course, energies linger, so you have to take that for what it's worth. But what I would encourage you to do is make sure that you're taking a look at any old notes, wishes, wants, and things of that particular nature, just to kind of see where the trajectory is starting to move a little bit for those different ideas that you would have put down that would have been a little bit slowed down with Mercury doing its whole backwards dance. Okay, this is the time to take a look at it, all right? Of course, you guys know on Wednesday we have the full moon in the sign of Aries, so there's an opportunity for a lot of releasing all of the old dramatics and BS that we've had to go through these past couple of weeks, specifically with Mercury kind of doing its little wonky stuff going on. And then Friday we switch over into Scorpio land. We switch into the sign of Scorpio. And we start Scorpio season on the 22nd. So if you're a last little bitty Libra, happy birthday to you, and happy birthday to the Scorpios that are starting here at the end of this particular month. Sunday is going to be a really good day for a lot of people, and that has to do with the fact that we have this gorgeous little sexy trine that happens with Jupiter in Aquarius doing its little dance with the moon in Gemini at that particular moment. So there's a lot of conversating going on in the universe, Gemini's energy with the expansive energy of Jupiter and excuse me, and the expansive energy of Aquarius, wanting to create new things and do new things. So that's what's going on this particular week, okay, as far as the basic astrology. Now, we do have some weird wonky stuff that's getting ready to happen. I gotta talk about my squares as I go backwards onto Friday. Yes, it is a good day, but here's what happens. We have the moon in Taurus that has a square with Pluto in Capricorn. So even though it's a super good day, the conversation to a lot of people on that day is going to be their practical attributes. What can we practically bring into fruition with what Pluto has challenged us with, especially with Capricorn, and the practical pieces of how those different ideas want to step forward. It's no surprise that we actually have, things with Mercury retrograde doing its little dance and changeover on that particular day. Now this is where the rubber hits the road for a lot of people. Okay, we've had a couple of weeks now to contemplate, figure out what those different things are as far as communicating to ourselves and things of that nature. Thank you, universe, for those. So just putting that out there. But other than that, we do have some really good, gorgeous, sexy days. Of course, we've got the Sun and Libra hanging out with us for another little bit of the week here. So there's a lot of conversating that's happening with Mercury and Libra. We'll get into some of those different things, especially when I see the cards for you guys pull up. But Libra is still here. Venus is still here, having conversations with the universe about some things that need to happen for different placements. There's a lot of conversating going on with owning your stuff. Mercury and Mars coming into play, especially Mars beginning of the week on Monday, because it's challenging. It's pushing forward. It's making sure that you are owning your stuff. And then, of course, Aries are really going to get it, but on the 18th we have Chiron and Aries in the moon in Aries. So again, they're going to feel it first. But then we also do have this little sexiness that happens with Venus in Sagittarius. That happens on Tuesday. So that's that forward, let's go momentum that most signs really want to have. And so you'll have to kind of tune in to see what those things look like. Okay, so we have the moon, we have the rising, and we have the sun sign of Taurus. We will read those at the end to give a little bit of extra meaning to the different details that happen for us this week. I'm trying to think what else is going to be super critical and important. Tuesday's just going to be actually a really, really good day energetically for people. It's not the best day of the week, but it is going to be a good day. Sunday is actually going to be another really good day of the week too. Like I said, Friday, Sunday are going to be the better days of the week. But again, you have the full moon. Use the energy of the full moon in Aries on Wednesday. Hope that you are doing some burn lists or things of that nature. Again, Jupiter and Mercury coming out of retrograde officially on Monday. There's just going to be a lot of forward momentum. So Aries, Taurus, let's go ahead and get into what we have going on for you. Sun, moon, and rising. This is the sacred geometry for all of you, and I will read the crystal suggestions at the end of it this particular week for you specifically, because there may be some additional mantras and things that we haven't talked about that might be supportive for you. In the past couple of weeks we haven't talked about it. Nope, I want to make sure that it's right, so if it's that, it'll pop back out. So we're going to use this one. We're going to go back in with, oh, mercy. Well, isn't that interesting? They said keep them, so we're going to keep them. We've got 3 cards. So I have a feeling that these are going to match up with the sun, moon, and the rising. But let's start with the first one. First one, especially if you are well, this one really goes for everyone. But if you are a light worker, if you are a spirit worker, if you are tuned in, tapped in, turned on, you have got to be about your physical protection. Okay, the Raven magic. You need to be meditating not only once a day, you need to be doing it, probably increasing it, because these energies are cray. You need to be doing some sort of meditation in the morning to ground you before you even get up, put up your pillar of protection. You need to be doing something quick in the afternoon to shake off anything that is in your energetic area that shouldn't be there. I always say get out into the sun. That's what I do in the afternoon, 10 minutes. Do something different. Call in your pantheon of people to help clear and bring in that those solar rays, that solar light to help you. And then before you go to bed, beef your protection up like nobody's business. There is, for many of you, greater insight that's coming. We have the great owl himself with wisdom coming through. Whether you're a starseed, whether you're just now starting to wake up, it doesn't really matter. There is something that's on its way towards you. And then the last one that we have is a throat chakra. Speak your truths, my friend. Speak your truths with the icosahedron that is here. So let's get into the reading and let's see what we've got going on for you. Okay. So this is Taurus, sun, moon, and rising for the 18th through the 24th. Thank you. There's one more shuffle that needs to get in there. It's a little bit stuck. There we go. Thank you. Okay, Taurus, here we go. Ready? Monday through Friday. What do we got? Monday. Tuesday. No, I need you to, thank you. I'll take it. There's Mars. I told you it was going to show up. Wednesday. Thursday. Whoa, holy buckets. 3 majors right in a row. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, please. Friday, okay? Friday. Friday. What energy goes with the solar plexus here? Thank you. Okay, Saturday. Whoa, and Sunday. Holy buckets. Okay, so far you guys are the winner chicken dinner. We have you want, okay, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana out of the 7 for the week. So this is going to be a really big week for you guys, and I'm going to try to take my time and go through all the different scenarios. I've said 1,001 times that this particular deck that I'm using is not meant to be read in the reverse position. But you have a couple of cards that showed up in the reverse, and you have one that's sideways. And so that's why they wanted me to use this deck, again, the in-between. I'm going to read both of the different positions. You also have a chakra card that pops out, so you have an accompanying card that goes with it. But I'm going to start with what we have here. So what I can tell you is that many of you are healing. Many of you have done a lot of work to get into balance with what's going on with your finances. I think we talked about that last week for a lot of people, that financial conversations were getting ready to come up once Mercury and Jupiter started to make their little movements ahead. So there's been some financial planning. There's been a lot of going in order to try to create the balance for what it is that you want to bring into your world. So what we have here on Monday is the 8 of Swords, originally presenting in the reverse. Trapped in fear, energy, internal thought process, unbinding yourself is really what I see if I was to use a different deck. But some of you might still be in a position where you are overthinking the differences in the checkbook, potentially. Okay, so we'll talk about that. We do have Mars that comes up here, so there's definitely a surprise of some way, shape, or form. This is the Tower energy that comes through on Tuesday. Okay, now as far as energetically in the placement of the universe, this is the day that Mars has its conversation with Libra. Okay, there's an opposition to Mars and Libra with the moon in Aries. So that self, I will, that passion that comes forward, there's a little bit of an opposition, okay, with how Libra wants it to be balanced. Okay, so there is a conversation that's coming, but look at what shows up here on Wednesday. We have the Harmony card that shows up here. This is the Lovers card. So we got Gemini that's in the mix here, having some conversation with the universe. Technically, Gemini is not in the particular portion of the chart that I'm looking for, so it is possible that you could be dealing with the Gemini, and or this Harmony Lovers card that comes in here is really talking about coming together, 2 different people, strong choices needing to be made on this particular Wednesday, something that's coming up into your thought process, okay? Usually when it's in the upright, and in this deck it normally would be, but it does mean that there are right decisions that are being made. The other thing that could come out of it is if it's not a personal romantic relationship, it can be a relationship with anyone. This could be also a sign of higher spirit coming through, you and your higher self. It could be you and a best friend. It could be you and a child. It could be whatever the case may be, a coming together of 2 like-minded individuals that have same goal and outset for something, especially if there's a decision that needs to be made. So that's the energy that we have coming up on a Wednesday. On Thursday, we have the High Priestess that's sitting in the reverse position. So we're going to read it both ways. In the reverse position, the High Priestess is saying that you have there's 4 different scenarios that are popping up into my head. So give me a moment, because we are going to definitely be clarifying this card. There's a decision that you have made, and the awareness for what it is that you needed to come through. Now, we don't have the moon in the reverse position, but that is absolutely the energy that I'm getting out of this one, is the moon in reverse, revealing detail to you. Something that you needed to know came into your awareness, and now you're capable of doing something with it. Some of you are resisting a little bit of your internal thought process. Some of you are resisting the details that are coming up to you. So you're challenged with your wisdom a little bit with something. There's something that's not quite right for you, we will do clarifiers on this. We're just going to stick with those two at the moment. But the intuition card that comes through, okay, there's secrets, there's information, and I don't want to necessarily say negative secrets, but there are pieces of information that are getting ready to come through into your awareness that you definitely need to be aware of in order to move forward in the right direction for you, okay? This would be the day that I say for sure, you got to speak up for yourself. When we get to this Thursday, this is the day after the full moon. So we're doing releasing up until that point. So when you release and you make space for new things, there is an opportunity for new information to come to you, okay? Whether it's in your sleep, whether you hear your guides, whether you see your guides, whether you just are starting to develop that level of awareness by journaling or doing whatever the case may be, there's more detail that's coming. Okay, moving forward, we get into the energy of Friday. We have 2 cards. So we have the solar plexus card that is coming through. The solar plexus is your willpower. It's moving forward. It's gut instinct is what it is. And the gut instinct that we have is talking about this 2 of Pentacles, movement, choices, and decisions that need to be made. It also indicates that some of you are balancing very, very well, and really in some senses kind of staying in your lane about those different things that we've talked about before. It takes a lot of work to balance. It takes a lot of work to balance and just kind of stay in your own zone and not focus to what's going on to the left and not focus too much on what's going on to the right. You holding your own and balancing. With that energy of you trying to balance, you are keeping the momentum up, you are keeping the vibration up, and that puts you into the position of now making different choices and different decisions because all the bullshit is being released and you're staying high vibe as much as you can. You're doing this, but you're staying high vibe as much as you possibly can. So again, that provides the clarity for making moves, having new choices, and different decisions being a little bit more clear, and it will be very strong in your solar plexus. Now, some of those choices are going to have to do with you figuring out what your next move is going to be. You have the 4 of Cups. In this deck, it's called, what are we calling it? Discontent and boredom, as it usually is. And in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, we see the guy with his back up against a tree like this, and he's staring at these 3 cups, and he's focused on what's making me happy right now, right now, right now. And all the while, the universe has got this other cup going, hey, yo, here you go. Here's your next cup. Hi. We're trying to get your attention. We're trying to show you something. You're so busy paying attention to those 3 cups, you're not seeing this offer that's being made to you. 4s are all about stability and additional sense of balance. And so if you're discontent and you're bored with the 3 cups you're staring at, please open your awareness because the universe is trying to get your attention. Something is here for you. So you got to pay attention to that, right? Here's why. We got the Sun card halfway. We got the Sun card on Sunday halfway. You are literally in transition from trying to see the light. And that's what that is, okay? What is going on with you? Like literally. Well, yeah, it literally is a matter of your awareness, like kicking into gear at this particular moment, and you're almost seeing it. But so if I can help you, go, dude. You got the Sun card at the end of the week on Sunday, which is when I told you is like literally the best day of the week with the expansion of things. Let's go ahead and just do some clarifiers. Let's just jump into it here. And let's see how we can help Taurus unravel some of this stuff. Again, I'm literally really wanting to focus on the clarifiers for the cards that are originally presented in the reverse so that I can get some extra detail for you, because I think this is pretty well spot on. There is something that's coming into your awareness this particular week that's going to be a little bit different. If there's going to be a surprise that is going to offer you by the end of the week something really sexy. So let's just get down to what we've got going on here. So yes, I can't remember if Gemini was in the reverse position or not. I don't think it was. No. But the High Priestess was. Okay, so we're going to take a look at Monday, Thursday, and Sunday for sure. Okay, we're going to take our time because again, I've got four different tracks that are here in my brain, and I want to honor all of them. But I can tell you, regardless of anything else, Taurus, you've been doing a lot of work. You've been doing a lot of work. And some of you are just, you're at that point where you're just at that critical point. Let's just go ahead and get into it. All right. So let me understand what is going on with our Taurus. Archangel Asmodeus, can you help me break this apart, please? Okay. Trapped in fear. Wow, that was super fast. Yeah, you had an epiphany in the past. You had an epiphany in the past about something that was going on with physical work that you were doing. Or an epiphany is getting ready to come up towards you. So this is where the awareness and the shock and awe surprise comes from. One more card on that. Thank you. So we definitely have, ooh, yes. So we definitely have a situation where you had some choices in the past, and it looks as though you've been it's waffling. That's why it showed up in the reverse position for some of you. There's a waffling that's going on with the decision that needs to be made. And because you're waffling, that's why the Tower is going to show up. And it's like, no, we're done with this bullshit. There's this Five of Wands, catastrophe. That's the energy of catastrophe I'm getting here. Not the Tower. It's the catastrophe of you just trying to get past this cluster of a situation that was going on. A lot of arguments, a lot of internal mental battling yourself a little bit, also a little bit of competition. So there could have been some competition at work. There could have been some competition in some way, shape, fashion, or form. And you're feeling a little slinky for some reason, like almost you had an argument with someone and you're like, oh shit, should I have said that? Kind of an energy that comes through. That's what we've got going on here. You want to be crowned the victor, but you're kind of like, oh, did I go a little bit too far? But here's what I like about it. We got the Devil in the Tower that's getting ready to jump into the Tower. So I'm pretty much right on the nuts, if you will, with regards to how this conversation is getting ready to come out by the time we present into the energy of Tuesday. So really, what's happening here is you are being presented with a situation that you've got to face, and it's going to be in your face, but I think part of it is going to be a lot grander than what you thought. There's a shaking down. So the Tower only shows up for two reasons, okay? Either you couldn't or you wouldn't do something, and Spirit is coming in to take care of something for you, okay? And what they're taking care of for you is going to come out better than you potentially having tried to do some of these things on your own. Scenario 1. Scenario 2 is something is going on and you have called it in to be shaken out. Something has got to show up. Now, let's do some clarifiers on the Tower. I'm going to use my regular little on this one. It didn't show up in reverse, but I want to take a peek because that's a big 2 times in a row here. Let's get through this. Some of you are releasing that fear. Some of you are like excited to move past. Some of you are still not necessarily seeing the epiphany, but you're going to by the time you get to it. That's a lot of cards, universe. They said that's okay. Take your time. Okay. Yeah, a little birdie's going to share some information with you here. Okay, so first we have the Hangman that shows up. Okay. So that's Neptune energy. That's moon energy. Okay. I know it's Pisces, but it's Neptune energy. That's moon energy. I told you I felt like the moon energy was here. We have something that you've been waiting for. You've been patiently waiting for. You've been waiting for a change of perspective. The universe has asked you to go within, or perhaps you've gone within a little bit with something to do with work or a project that you're working on with this Hangman in the reverse position. Okay. Hanging out. Proverbial knee, taking the rest, waiting for something to change with this King of Wands. King of Wands usually represents working, physical work, energy, activity. There it is again, the Seven of Cups. There's something that showed up that if you hadn't thought about it before with the Seven of Cups here being in the reverse position, you are now. And what ends up happening is we've got this Nine of Cups that's in the reverse position. That's not a bad position to be in here. What it does mean is that there's some availability for the universe to clear something so that you can get that card to be in the upright position. But in order for the universe to take you to the Nine of Cups, you got to start with the Seven of Cups. right? You're going from the 7. What's missing is the 8. You physically making this decision to walk away or accept walking away, which is what this card is right here, the 7 of Cups into the 8 of Cups. That is where this mental thought process, for some of you, you're slowly realizing, in order for me to get over here, I gotta finally let that go. Some of you haven't gotten to that point, but you're going to get to that point by the time we get to this Tuesday energy, because you can't get the Tower twice. Okay, you are so close. You are binding yourself to something for some reason. So I think this is the universe for most of you that's coming in, and they're stepping in on your behalf, and they're trying to shake something out for your best and highest good, which is why you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here. Okay, but it is a gorgeous situation. Let's go ahead. I really, like I said, there's a union that's happening here. I'm going to use the standards on this Gemini information. What's going on with this Gemini information that's here? This choice, this higher, Queen of Pentacles. Being in control of your kingdom, queendom. Stability, shaken, 6 of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Swords upright. Okay, definitely feeling a little bit shaky about whatever this change is that's coming. But I can tell you the harmony in this is that you are going to receive the clarity that you need. So remember I said that the harmony card, this card, okay, can be you and your higher self coming to an agreement, okay, Full Moon Wednesday, about what is going to be in your best and highest good. It can also be another decision, someone that you are actually seeing eye to eye with. This is congruent information through and through. So what's going on with you is, there's this situation with this Queen of Pentacles. Could be earth and energy. It doesn't, I feel that this is you, to be perfectly honest, but there could be another, earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, of course, that could come into the mix. But you've been concerned about your stability. But you've recently realized that you had to let something go with the 6 of Cups. Like something is not for you, and you are finally capable of making a better decision. And therefore, Venus comes in here, Libra comes in here to support you, and say, no, we got to cut this BS out. That's what's going on here. So this is the Mars and Libra conversation that's going on here to support you. That's where the harmony is coming from on this particular day. So let's find out then with the intuition on Thursday, when the moon switches into the sign of Taurus. Officially it goes in by the afternoon. So I think some of you are kind of feeling that energy. Some of you are excited about it, because some of you, those of you that had the awareness of what was going on here, are going to be very, very excited. Those of you that are still realizing it, or you're being told now it's coming, so you might as well just embrace it, you're going to find out that this is a good thing. But let's go ahead and see what else we can find for Thursday. There are 2 squares. Like I said, the Mars in Libra is having its conversation, and so it's pushing. So Mars is the Tower energy. Libra is the energy of Venus coming through and trying to balance some things out. But it does square Pluto, and it does square Capricorn on this particular day. So it's going to ask you, what are you holding on to that is not allowing you to expand your world? Whoops. Okay, let's see what else we have going on here. Mars is going to force you to do it. Mars is going to force you to balance it out. And, intuition is at, bam. Holy buckets of snot. Here we go. Boom. Is there another one? Okay, thank you. So we definitely are talking about the expansion of your sovereignty in one sense. So, my friend, what we have here is Temperance. That's that Sagittarius energy I was talking to you about in that whole Scorpio. So, Temperance is here. Sagittarius energy is here on the Thursday when it's supposed to be here, challenging kind of where Venus is trying to support you, that whole balance of the thing, right? And so, but what we have is the Death in the reverse position. So there's a little bit of resistance, or there had been a little bit of resistance with you making better choices. 6 of Cups. That's what you're trying to let go here. That is what she is here to try to explain to you. You have to get to a point where you're making a different decision, because we're trying to get you to this 10 of Cups moment. We're trying to take you from realizing what it is that you have now, appreciation for what it is you have at this current moment, but we're trying to get you to this 10 of Cups so that you can start brand new with a full cup, right? We're going to start you with that full cup. Well, right now, what's going on is you've got the Lovers in reverse. You've got this Gemini energy with this Chariot energy that's in the reverse position. So there is a decision that is going to come out of this conversation on Wednesday that is going to be supportive for you one way or another. You may not like the conversation, but the conversation at the end of the day is going to help you. So what's going on here is this is a release. If it's in the upright position, then there's something with regards to boundaries that is really being examined between two parties. Here, there's a little bit of a release of boundaries, in a sense, which is really going to support you. So that's what you really want to be able to get to. That's a lot on this card. So I'm going to pull, you may not be feeling strong enough in order to get to that point or how you're going to make it work, but you will. Because the next day you're going to be enlivened. Okay, let's see. There's healing that comes out of this. This might be a really weird couple of days for you, but there's healing that comes out of it. I want to get, give me a results card for this. This is heavy. We got a lot of major arcana on this one day, so let me just clear this up for our Taurus. You got the Devil in sideways. You're almost ready to let it go. Hey, Aries energy that shows up here. Yeah, so this has a lot to do with you owning your level of responsibility in this particular portion of the situation, but it gets you to a point where you can release finally, and you can kind of start over with that whole I am presence. Yeah, that's the message that comes to you. And you're going to be made aware of an offer that's going to come through. So I think that there's going to be a decision that needs to get made between you and somebody else on this particular day. So we got the Devil in the sideways position. So this is Capricorn energy. Could be dealing with the Capricorn. Doesn't necessarily have to be. We do have, like I said, Pluto in Capricorn doing its little square with Venus and Mars in this particular day. So it could just be placement of the universe saying, yeah, this is what we're trying to explain to you. How do you get to be a sovereign being without you taking ownership of the things that were in your past? You got to let them go. And then you've got a messenger that's coming in talking to you about. So one way or another, the information that comes out of this day is actually going to be a really, really good day. Okay. Let us move forward. Whatever the conversation was, you are going to be strengthened, and it's going to make you feel better because we have the solar plexus chakra that shows up here for us. Like I said, Friday's energy is actually a super duper good day. We've got a lot of different changes that happen to us. We still have Mars in Libra that's having a conversation. We have that opposition that's going to happen with Pluto and Capricorn on this particular morning. That's like super thing in the morning. By the time you get to lunchtime, we're now into the energy of where Neptune, I was telling you the moon card, where the Neptune kind of wants to come in and soften a couple of different things up, but you've got to be able to own it. By the end of the evening, the transition is going to happen with the sun inside Scorpio on this particular moment, and therefore whatever happens with these conversations, you're strong enough at this point to push through and own your balance in the particular situation, but you are going to be given options and momentum, and it's progressive movement forward is what I'm getting out of this for you. Movements, choices, and decisions. Two of Pentacles, there's options that are coming that are going to support you in the future. You just have to be able to see and listen to the offers that are coming around you. So I wouldn't poo-poo anything that shows up in your environment when you get to this particular weekend. It could be this tiny, but if it's an offer, if it's something that's going to enhance what it is that you've got going on, I'd be paying a lot of attention to it. The universe is really trying to get your attention about this offer that they're trying to show you to get you out of this stuck position, right? You've got to move forward. You've got to expand. And this is what they're trying to show you. There's going to be an offer that shows up to you. When you get to the point where you're appreciating it, then we will see the Sun card move into the upright. It doesn't matter even if it was in the reverse position. It's still a good card. They're just really trying to get your attention. This is a kick-ass week. So let's just navigate that last. You're just like, you're on that roller coaster of being over that hump, and you're like right here, and you're gonna go watch it go. That's exactly what's going on. All right, let's put a clarifier or two on this so that we can finish out this reading for our Taurus. Here we go. Show me the Sun card. Whoa. Hermit into the Wheel. High Priestess into the Empress. Is there another? Yeah, there's another, but I fouled that whole thing up. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, this is complacency. So you are having to strongly make the decision here about how you are going to get that done. Give me just a second. I want to check something real quick. We have the Hermit with the wheel. So we've got Virgo energy and that Wheel of Fortune showing up. That means sitting, listening, contemplating what's literally going to happen, and listening for the inspiration from Spirit that wants to come through. Forgive me for just a second. I just want to double check something because I'm super excited to put this next piece together. Yeah, we definitely have the High Priestess is sitting here with the Empress. Okay, so this is what they're trying to show you. The High Priestess is trying to show you that you are definitely birthing something and you have to let go of the old. You are not in the transition part at this point anymore. So Major Arcana sitting on top of Major Arcana. The sun will shine on you. So what you got to do is you've got to be the Hermit. Be in Virgo mode. Maybe you have a Virgo friend. I don't know. But be in Virgo mode, because Virgo Hermit is the Jupiter is going to show you how to turn into this Wheel of Fortune. This is the information you need to listen for on Sunday. If you don't get it here on Sunday, go in, go in, go in. Pull your pantheon of people in. They want to show you, the High Priestess is trying to show you how to create. There's something new that you want to bring forth and birth into this universe to create. It's already in you. Let the universe help you bring it out and let them show you why this offer is going to be supportive towards you. And what's going to end up happening is that you're not going to have to resist this. You don't have to do all the work by yourself. You don't have to do all the work by yourself. Okay? The universe is here to help you on this one. So the Knight of Swords in the reverse position in this deck is like the information is going to come to you. You don't have to worry about trying to do anything. Just listen to Spirit and they are going to help you. Okay? Wow, that was a big reading. But at the end of the day, like I said, a lot of work has gone in to clear yourself out of doubt, fear, rejection, not having enough, lack, doing a lot of the work to get to the point where you are in that balance mode. I really do think that this is a really kind of kick-ass week. There's some details that are going to come through. You're going to have to do a little bit of listening and a little bit of owning up to some stuff. But at the end of the day, this is going to be a really, really, really good week for you, Taurus, if you put that work into it. You are going to eventually take this offer. And that whatever this offer is absolutely, it's been challenging for you. It's been making you very, very tired, whatever's been going on in your prior energy. But you are going to, I feel many of you are going to take this offer because it's going to support what it is that you have going for yourself in the future. Okay, let us go forward now and pull some of your additional oracle cards. I'll just move this up to the front. We're going to pull a numerology card for you. We're going to pull a Keeper of the Light, and then we're going to go into the Taurus Sun pile and the Taurus Ascending pile and the Taurus Moon pile. Okay? Here we go. Numerology for our Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, I wasn't going to go there, but I'm going to go there. Let me pull these back out. So, Taurus, I wasn't going to go there because I didn't see the other cards, but now I got to do it. Some of you are going to realize, and you've been in your head a little bit about a battle that you've had with a loved one. Okay, you already have the pre-awareness of it. There's going to be a shift that is going to come through because the Tower, okay, is going to hit on your relationship. Something in your relationship has to change. Something in your personal relationship has to change, okay? It could indicate a breakup for some. Someone in the relationship is contemplating the status of the relationship, which is therefore pulling the steam back a little bit with this choice that's coming up, which could create an, oh my God, what's happening with our whole little happy home? I thought everything was groovy and sexy and things were completely awesome. No, it's not. This is going to challenge old beliefs and old systems with regards to the structure that you currently had in the relationship. But Libra energy is here to challenge that, to create and make things a little bit more balanced. So that's the awareness that has to come through. Now I say all that because they said go back. So there's a relationship change that is going to happen for some of you, Taurus. Listen, here's the thing. What you have to be able to understand is it doesn't necessarily mean breakup. What it does mean is there is a relationship change. You can't be here forever. You got to be able to move up. You got to be able to shake it up. You got to be able to ride that roller coaster and pick each other up and figure out the things that have to happen. This is kind of like a faded card by the time I'm seeing all these other major arcana that are showing up. So there is a relationship change, one way, shape, fashion, form, or another. Okay? Put the onus into the change of what it is that you would like to see for the outcome. Make sure that you are speaking your truths, Taurus. You are going to gain greater insight from your partner. And if you're not coupled up in a relationship, it will be business partner or it'll be someone that you're doing some sort of a project with. Okay. But make sure that you are safeguarding and protecting your interest and that of everyone involved. And then there will be an outcome. The dragons want to come forward and have a card as well. So let's see what the dragons have to say to our Taurus. That was, okay, there's two. We'll take them both. Thank you. The first card is Earth and Air Dragon. It represents a perfect balance of heaven and earth. Stay balanced. Ground your visions. Manifest your hopes and dreams. You have an opportunity to do that. You are important in this relationship change as well. Make sure that you're doing that. Okay. And then the second card that pops out here is the Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus. It opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. There's your wisdom card. Carry the energy of the future and be a guiding light. Okay. Arcturus, our healers. Okay, our healers that are out there in the universe, bringing that Arcturian energy in. And now we're going to bring in your master. So this is from the Keepers of Light for our Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Woo! Wow. Cool. Talk about Arcturus energy. Okay, we have Bridget. We have Bridget coming through talking about inner strength. You have to be able to move back to wholeness and recognize that you do have the power in yourself in order to do this, okay? Bridget, Bridget, Bridget. Gorgeous energy here. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull the individual additionals for the sun, the rising, and the moon here, okay? So if you are a Taurus sun sign, here are your additional messages. Number 1, Neptune, hangman energy. We talked about that when it came towards, where is that little booger at? Tuesday? Yeah. Wednesday. It's Wednesday's energy with the lovers. Neptune energy is the energy of sacrifice. It is the hangman. It's sympathy and sacrifice. That's what they're known for. What is it that you need to learn? What is it that maybe you need to sacrifice? Maybe that there is a sacrifice that is necessary for the greater good of everyone involved at the end of the day. That is something that you have to go within and you have to realize for yourself. The earth magic is validating creation time. Creation time in your sleep. Okay. Now I'm going to get back to some of you with regards to the protection piece. Get back to protecting yourself and protecting your peace throughout the day, and ensure that before you go to sleep, you are only calling in the highest level of light information that could come through, so that you are creating and manifesting with your pantheon of people whilst you sleep. Okay, that's going to be very, very supportive. You need to be clear of all that dense energy so that you can have a clear line of focus. And then watch for the signs from heaven. Dear angels, thank you for continuously showing up and sending me reminders of your presence. So it could be your combination of seeing 44. It could be your combination of seeing 4 and 8. Structure and continuation of abundance. It could be also the energy of 2 or 20, talking about this is where we start the line and we start creating the thing. Okay. If you are, and they said 1111 for some people as well with regards to that relationship change. If you are a Taurus ascendant, Taurus rising, what's pushing you this week, pretty much what I talked about, is the whole energy of Mars. You might want to open up your chart and you may want to see where Mars sits in your personal chart. We did talk about the fact that Mars is going to be pushing pretty heavily, even with the energy of Libra trying to balance it out this week here in your chart. So pull your chart and kind of figure out where Mars is for you. But Mars is the planet of forcing things to happen. That is the tower. Okay. Just want to make sure I put that out there and clarified that for you. What the Earth Magic deck is trying to tell you is that this is a time for celebration. This is a time to dance. This tower is here to support you, so celebrate. And if you need to shake the energy up within yourself and in your field, make sure that you're dancing. Singing and dancing and moving are the easiest ways to get your chakras back into an alignment, okay? The last card from the angels is take time to breathe. Like I said, if you can get into the energy of the sun, take advantage of the solar rays that are coming through, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes a day, and take time to breathe. Breathe it in. It will help you support that solar plexus. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing you're here. Okay? And if you're a Taurus moon, dun, 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 you had 2 cards that showed up. Oh, wow, now. Let's see what we got going on here. Taurus, you have Taurus. I have. Right? I have. It's a second house energy. Second house energy is like literally what do you have? Your current money in the bank, your possessions, those different types of things. What is it that you are focusing on with the I have, whether it's current or future thought process? The second one that you have is the 12th house escape. That's what they call it here. Okay. And let's see, the other energy of it is kind of like the 4 of Cups. It is this energy of the 4 of Cups right here. There's an escape that's out there for you. You need to listen. Okay? You need to listen to what these different offers are. The universe is trying to tell you from Earth Magic that this is a blessing that's for you. Rainbow energy. Okay? And then you have unconditional love from the Divine Mother. So whoever the Divine Mother is for you, okay? It could be Mother Mary. It could be Kuan Yin. It could be, oh my gosh, it could be so many different pantheons. It could be, there's so many different mother energies that are coming towards me right now. But it could be whatever mother it is for you in the universe. Unconditional love. Thank you, Divine Mother, or whoever it is that you call on. Thank you for helping me to give and receive the love I deserve. Okay? Divine Mother energy. Shakti energy. So Kuan Yin comes to mind. I think you guys would have saw my video last week about Kuan Yin coming through. Hecate comes through for me. There's just so many that are within that particular pantheon. They do want me to pull a card from the Starseed Oracle really, really quickly. This will help wrap it up, and then I'll go into the crystals for each of those. Thank you. There's 2, and well, there's 3. They're not asking me to put them in any specific order, but what they do say is that for some of you, there's Starkeeper energy. Cosmic ancestors, send the light by staying grounded. This for me is what goes in with the protection piece here. So these 2 for me really do go together. Okay. Put those up so that you can see them. Starkeeper, protection, call in whoever you got to do. Protect your field, protect your aura. this week. The other card that comes through from the, Earth School. Whatever change it is that you're going through, I see what they're doing. Oh, you guys are sneaky and good. This is an Earth School. These are about life lessons. This is about your personal soul growth. Whatever change you're going through is your soul growth. This is about study and higher learning. Here's your wisdom card. You jumped in. You said, I'll go to Earth. I'll help them with this whole thing that they're doing called ascension. I'm going to do it. So it includes the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the uncomfortable. And there's opportunities for you to learn from whatever it is going on for you right now. And the last card that we have here is Empathetic Starseed. Oh my God, the universe just... Energetic sovereignty. Okay, own your energy, and you are absorbing what is not yours. And therefore, speak your truth. N-O, no, is a complete sentence, people. No is a complete sentence. Own your voice box. Speak up. Own your truth. Get rid of anybody else's energy that does not belong to you. Now, I'm going to whip through these crystals like at super light speed so that we can wrap this up for you, Taurus, okay? We already know that throat chakra comes through with the icosahedron. So we're talking about blue quartz. We're talking about lapis lazuli. We're talking about, what else are we talking about? There's so many blue. Celestite. We're talking about blue obsidian. We're talking about, what else do they have here? Doodly-doo. Let me just get into this real quick. Blue lace agate, larimar, and also turquoise will help you. Here's your mantra. I speak my heartfelt truths. Okay? The wisdom card comes through. You're going to get clear quartz. Yep. You're going to get selenite, apophyllite, Herkimer diamond. You can't tell because I'm way over here. Amethyst, Brandenburg. If you have a Brandenburg amethyst, use that one. Lemurian quartz. And if you happen to have a Merkaba or a Merkaba of any shape, pull that bad boy out this week. And here is your mantra. From the shadows into the light. From the shadows into the light. And where's my other one? The protection one, Raven Magic. It's going to be any of your black crystals. So it could be an obsidian like this. It could be shungite. It could be Gerstern. I don't have it in front of me close enough to pull it out. It could be black kyanite. It could be jet. It could be black tourmaline. It could be labradorite as well, or bronzite. Here is your mantra. I am protected from negative energy and ill harm. Period. Okay? So Taurus, I hope that you enjoyed your reading this week. I enjoyed doing the longer versions. Hopefully you've been awesome by sticking with me for almost an hour. If you did get something beneficial out of this, please help me out and grow my channel by just hitting the like button. If you're a visitor, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed what you're seeing, you feel free to comment on anything specific that you enjoyed. And if you're looking for a personal reading or a healing, make sure that you hit the description box below and you will find all the links to book in a session with me. Thank you so much, Taurus. Many, many, many blessings, and we will talk to you next week. Bye for now.